Hi, friends. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am so excited to teach you how to create a custom wedding design in this video. We're going to keep it short and to the point, just a brief overview of the process we use. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Chancey. I'm the founder and creative director behind a wedding planning and design company called Chancey Charm. We have 13 locations in the United States and also serve clients internationally. We do a lot of full planning and design work, and one of my most popular questions is, how do you do it? How do you go from consultation to wedding day, create something unique, lead the client through that process? And so I'm going to give you a brief overview today of exactly how we do that. Really excited. I have a background in interior design and sketching, rendering, and so this stuff gets me really excited. So the first thing that we do when working with a client at the consultation, actually, is when we start this part of the process, is gathering inspiration. In order to create a publication-ready design that feels unique and personal for the couple, which is what everybody wants, you really have to listen and pay attention to the love story of that couple, what they love, what they don't, their favorite restaurant. So during the consultation, I'm just taking a bunch of notes. And then when the client comes on as a full planning and design client, I actually send them an in-depth questionnaire, or I hop on a call or have a meeting with them to ask them even more questions about just everything from, like, do you love the mountains or the beach? Like, what do just trying to pull out all the personalized details that I can. Some clients are give those details more easily than others, but it's really important to gather as much inspiration as possible, because the first part of the design process after gathering inspiration is to create something called a mood board. So this is a mood board I just threw together for this presentation. And obviously there's a few key elements: location of the wedding, their names, their date, their color palette. Usually a bride has some kind of idea of what they're looking for in a color palette. It's always fun to create something unique for a bride. And then some inspirational images. So some of the images might be very specific. For example, the top left is a venue that we work with in North Carolina that we adore called Old Edwards Inn. So potentially a client has come on board and they have seen this image. They love the vibe. It's exactly what they want for their wedding. So we're going to put that on the board because they know they love that. Whereas the image in the bottom right is just a more abstract image of flowers, and it's more for the purpose of having a vibe. So a lot of our planners throw in architectural details or paper goods and just little details to kind of communicate the vibe. Maybe it's a pair of shoes or a dress. And so what I really suggest that all planners do who are really serious about design is make sure that you're not just following wedding people on Pinterest, but that you're also following Better Homes and Gardens and Southern Living, and you're kind of getting a good mix of other images, not just wedding images, so that you can include those in a mood board like this for your client. So the really fun thing is, after you create this for your clients, you send it over for their approval, you make some tweaks. What you're going to do with this board is take it to every single aesthetic-driven vendor meeting. So the purpose of this board is to help get all the aesthetically driven vendors on the same page. From paper goods to linens to flowers, we really want to make sure everybody's on the same page. They're going towards the same goal, the same vision. So this board gives them creative freedom, but it also directs them. Vendors love this board, by the way, because it gets them excited and it shows them that, hey, I'm serious about this. We're here to create a stunning, unique design for this couple. After attending vendor meetings, every time I attend one and we make decisions, I start adding those details and more specific pictures and descriptions to an in-depth design board. This is an overview screenshot of an in-depth design board from the first slide to the 12th slide. This is something, again, that I created for this presentation. So on the first page, you're going to have the mood board. And then from there, you're detailing out every single aspect, every single aesthetic aspect of the wedding. So you know, for example, with the ceremony, if we're working with a vendor to do the glass orbs hanging in a tree for the ceremony, I can screenshot that page or export that page and send it to the rental company. Like, hey, this is what we discussed at the meeting. This is exactly what we want to see day of. So the hope and prayer is that day of the wedding, when your bride shows up, she's like, oh my gosh, this is everything I dreamed of and more. And there's no miscommunication. It's not like she shows up and she's like, glass orbs, I wanted paper lanterns. You know, it's been very clearly detailed. I like to send this to the bride 4 months out from the wedding to kind of get her final approval and tweaks. And then 3 months out from the wedding, it's like, hey, here it is, finalized design. Deep breath, everyone can get off Pinterest and know that this is enough. This design flows. It's, you know, because it was built off of the vision board, the mood board. It's seamless, it's cohesive, it's gorgeous, it's unique. There's enough details. We don't need to do anything else or add any last minute details. We're good. We're set. And that provides so much peace for your clients. And that gets me so excited. Honestly, for myself even, I like looking at this board and saying like, okay, it does all fit together, because maybe I'm the only one that has little last minute design panics. I don't know, but probably not. So this just really helps me feel great about the design. And then for the week of the wedding, I can print this out. I can have it for myself on site, for my team. We all know what's supposed to be happening, what everything's supposed to look like. So it just provides a lot of peace and really provides a custom design for the couple. As you can see here, you know, you can include anything from like the attire to layouts to sketches, favors. It's just a really great way to communicate the overall wedding design. So that is the lowdown on how we go from start to finish with a client for design. Not all of our planners use this exact process, but it's becoming more and more popular with our team, and it's something that gets me excited. If you're looking for details like what questions do I send to a client, or, you know, what's the shot list look like if I want to get this published, check out my guide in the shop. Hopefully this information was super helpful and inspiring for you today. If you have any questions, you can always reach out. Thank you once again for joining me and sharing your time with me.